Hey guys, LevelCap here, and today I'm excited because I get to show you some awesome stuff in the latest patch of Star Citizen. This is the game that has raised over $100 million through crowdfunding, which is absolutely insane and amazing, and you can absolutely see where the money is going. In this video, we're going to be looking at 2 new ships, a couple of new FPS weapons, and we'll also look ahead at the next big upcoming additions to the game. Also, I'd like to take this time to shamelessly plug my referral code for the game. If you use this referral code when signing up for Star Citizen, you will get an extra 5,000 UEC credits, and I will get a referral point, which will allow me to unlock bigger and better ships that I can then show to you in YouTube videos. So win-win, guys. Use the referral code. I'll leave it down in the description as well. Alright, first things first, the Starfarer was added to the hangar module, and this can be explored by anyone who has purchased the ship. It will even be made flyable in an upcoming patch. This is the biggest ship that players have been allowed to view in-game so far, and it is absolutely massive. The Starfarer is a refueling ship that could almost be classified as a mini capital ship because it is so big. The ship's primary focus is refueling and cargo transportation. If you own the ship, you'll be able to act as a refueling service station for stranded players or help entire fleets of ships. Starfarers will be able to collect minerals from gas giants in order to harvest and refine their own fuel, which is pretty freaking awesome. And like many of the other ships in Star Citizen, there is an alternative armored and weaponized version called the Starfarer Gemini that might be more likely seen near combat, storing munitions and supporting entire fleets. Since the ship was recently added, you can purchase it up until April 4th, but it's pretty expensive at $300, and it's actually going to go up in price to around $400 once it becomes flyable in game. So do you bite the bullet and buy it now, or later, or not at all? I mean, $300 is a lot, but there is a reason why they've raised over $100 million so far making this game. It's because people want these crazy expensive ships. Now, we've already seen some fairly sizable ships in this game, the Constellation and Retaliator, but the Starfarer really outclasses both of these ships. Players have already managed to crew up to 4 to 5 people groups or larger and bomb around in medium-sized ships, getting into dogfights with fighters or other multi-crew ships, and even land and get into FPS combat. Now, we will soon have an even bigger multi-crew ship that's essentially a flying FPS level. Players should be able to walk around and get lost and shoot each other in the Starfarer as it flies around in space, which is totally amazing if you think about it, and I don't even want to know the coding nightmare that went on to make that possible. This is really new territory, not just for first-person shooters, but for gamers in general, and players are inventing their own stories and tactics as they discover this new emerging world. For me, really, this is kind of like living out so many different fantasies all in one. I mean, I'm a pretty big fan of Star Trek, so having a big ship like this with crew and a captain and all that working together to man one ship and complete missions together is amazing. And then again, as a first-person shooter fan and somebody who enjoys teamwork and playing with friends, the idea of having a whole bunch of people who are good at shooters on a ship, being able to get into a firefight mid-ship, or even running down a corridor of the ship mid-battle and watching walls getting blown out or laser beams piercing the hull. I mean, this is just a whole new level of immersion that my brain just didn't want to think about prior to this game because it seemed like such a pipe dream, but we're actually starting to see these things materialize in Star Citizen. Alright, now the second ship that we're looking at here is called the Xi-an Scout, and it is an alien ship, also known as the Cartual. In this patch, it's been made fully flyable, so you can take it into multiplayer and start blasting people away with it, or just showing off your cool ride. It is currently on sale until the 4th again for $170, which is pretty darn pricey for a ship of this size, but it's a weird looking alien ship, so I think they can get away with it. Now, the Xi-an alien species is known for their vertical flying ships, so this little scout ship has a horizontal landing mode as well as a vertical flight combat mode. The in-game lore for this ship is that it's been retrofitted for human use, but is still primarily made up of alien technology. Now, if you start traveling around the system using your quantum drive, you'll notice that the quantum warp effect is actually different because the alien warp technology is different, and it seems they have a different explosion when destroyed as well. Also, I totally meant to crash into that just to demonstrate the explosion, of course. Perhaps not the best ship to be in when making a direct impact. As you can see, my pilot doesn't really fare too well, although the ragdoll physics are impressive. Now, some other additions to the game include the bounty system, which was implemented recently but now has added security near the main port. So now anybody with a wanted level will get attacked near defended areas. Some new non-ship items were also added to the mini universe: 2 new guns, an electric shotgun, and a sniper rifle. These can be temporarily earned by killing wanted players or by completing certain quests. In addition to that, the ship component system is starting to come online as they added 2 power plant items to the store, which are purchasable. We already have shield generators to play around with, but there's still a lot more component types, and in the near future we'll be seeing stuff like cooling systems as well. Every big patch that comes out also seems to improve upon character animations, lighting, sound, and general performance. Looking ahead to the future of Star Citizen, I think we can look forward to a faster production pipeline for more starships. Now that there's a whole mess of functioning and flyable fighters in Star Citizen, and since their devs are being freed up from working on the campaign, which is being completed, they are now free to pump out all the big persistent universe related ships. The devs are starting to get faster and faster at making ships, which is great for me because I'm addicted to them. Some of the next big game mechanics that are coming down the pipeline are refueling, cargo, and mining. So expect to see more ships and bigger ships to be implemented revolving around these game types. With each and every patch, Star Citizen seems to be getting closer and closer to that game that we all dream about. The campaign is aiming for a late 2016 to early 2017 release, with lots of big and regular content updates to the persistent universe along the way. This is going to be a big year for Star Citizen. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to use my referral code if you're going to sign up for Star Citizen. And as always, I'll see you next time. This is LevelCap, signing off.